Nah. Hey YouTube, Kimberzelik here, and it all started with Cloud 42 making an extended reach chuck key. I thought, boy, that sounds like a good idea, because I'm always fumbling around. You know, I got one area where I can really effectively, operate this key. I can't go down here. I sometimes can do here. So an extended chuck key sounded great. Well, the reason he needed one, because he has a tool post mounted indicator. I guess that's what it is. And I said, gee, I don't have one of those. So I Googled it, and I started looking at images of them and seeing the prices of them, and thought, well, we just make one, okay? So I had a piece of aluminum, which was a little bit longer than this when I started, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I've made a couple tap wrenches in the past. I have a 10-inch 4-jaw chuck up on the wall behind us, and one's aluminum, one's steel, prototype, finished project, one of my first welding jobs. We'll look at the welding job since it's unrelated. But anyway, the point is look at my squares. The aluminum I did pretty good, but it's still not really square. And this one here, really not square. So I didn't want to repeat that, because I want to improve. Anytime I do anything a second time, it's got to be better than the first. So I thought I'll hook this up to my tool holder, put an end mill in the chuck, and I ended up with, satisfactory. Everybody holds their hand here. But what I consider to be satisfactory, it's better than my first two attempts. Of course, it's not a chuck key yet, but it's a start. So then I thought, well, I'm going to make a tool post dial indicator holder. There we go. So I started off with this little drawing. Pretty simple, not much, not too complicated. So I set up whatever this plate would be called on my carriage, on my cross slide, and mounted my piece on there, and got the height and the depth and everything, and you'll see that. But here's my aside from doing a little filing, here's my finished part. Now I had to take this out and put it back in, I guess refixture it, you would say, twice. On my, what would have been my last pass at 100,000th, I did not lock my carriage, and I had terrible chatter. Now I only cut the depth one time, because I'm cutting the width is what I'm trying to achieve. So I boogered this bottom surface up horribly. So I put I think it was an 18,000th shim underneath the piece and redid that bottom. And then I took it out and tried it, and I missed my dimension. This was too thick. So I refixtured it again, set it up a little higher, and took another cut surfaces, which left me a ledge up here. So I had to go back again and knock off that little 20,000th ledge I had. But, yeah. I'll file these edges down and get them a little softer, and I'm happy with that. So, that's how we got where we are now. So, what's next? Well, I can either continue working on the chuck key, or I can continue working on this. Now, what I want to do with this, obviously not done yet, and I failed to lay everything out that I needed to have this discussion. There it is. There it is. So, here's the tool holder. It sits like this. This is sitting here, and this steel plate is going to be attached to the bottom of this, and I'll use my mag base. And I have an interesting idea on how to attach this steel plate to the aluminum. And that'll just have to be a surprise. So, enjoy the video, whatever it is, for what it's worth. God, I wish I had a mill. I just love doing that. Okay, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Okay, we're going to set up this fixture plate and set this up for milling. Had to get rid of this because this little nipple protrudes and prevents my plate from laying flat.
So it's not a problem. You had another machine that I bought.
We need to mark the holes where these screws go next this time, so it's not such a mystery next time. I think that's one.
Not my story to tell. But I wanted to get one for a while, and
I think we got one.
It's a bit of use. Generally, I shift
one here.
The miniature, which sits right here beside it, and I'm working on it. The miniature goes on the floor. I've really got to find something better for that. Peaceful machines.
This one must be here. I had to turn these screws.
Each one takes some time.
You can't put a threaded piece against a threaded piece and expect it to
Just wanted to show that on
not have a gap, I learned. I'm going to see if I have another screw hole here. I'm going to have to be over here.
Another machine that only really arrived this week.
Close there.
Pretty useful little tool, actually. I really like this, and I'll probably do a video on this.
Yeah, that's it. I just have the two.
This is a bead roller. It's a copy.
Just have the two
made in China.
Two screws. It's worked in the past. So I expect it'll work today.
Online retailer, and he said that when he went to buy
one thing I should have done first was tighten these gibs up. And I probably should do that. I'm not sure if I can reach it from here.
And it's pretty good. It's got a crank on the side, so it all sort of It needs probably
one.
some sort of it. The same as all these machines. It's got crank handle here. And steel utilities.
This plate's got to come off.
It's very useful for making these.
Yeah, when I first made this, I just put these 1/4-20 cap head screws in, and I couldn't get the thing to suck down. And I realized that the threads in this plate, which is threaded 1/4-20, and the threads that I drilled into my machine just weren't in sync. So I learned to make adjustment. Now I just need to learn to put tools down where I can find them again. Compelling video to watch somebody look for his tools. Okay, this shouldn't be hard. It's within right here.
But that's a pretty heavy industrial machine by my standards. The tools that look like it's probably pretty heavy for this workshop, and if I built one, I probably would have made it quite a lot lighter, because anything I'm going to be doing with it's going to be pretty small. But it's got no problems at all wrong with that.
Okay, I'm trying to think if I'm going to be using this. Okay, I got the compound off. I got this little booger out of there. You can't lay anything flat over that nipple. Now I'm going to determine if we're going to be situated like this, and I need to remove this. So my tool is coming out here. So am I going to use the cross slide? See here, we got that there. We can make the whole distance.
Needs more rollers for this, which was given anyway. Convenient for jobs. And some of the adjustment and
get this. Excuse the shaking here for just a minute. There we go. I need to tighten the legs up on this table. Okay, that's going to have to be the end of my travel. Don't go any further. Okay, I think if I line up on these, hole 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4. I should be able to take that corner off. Take this out here. Here. Take all that material out. So we're going to go with the table in this position. I got these cap head screws I modified to hold this down. Apparently, you can't, I had the full length threads and I screwed this down and I couldn't get it to suck down because the threads just weren't lined up or in sync or planning on using a 1/2-inch end mill. My height is really going to be my issue. Thought I had that end mill here. So I need to come up here, so I need probably, where's my tool holder at? There's that. Okay, that's not high enough. Let me find a piece of material to elevate that. Okay, I think I'm about ready here. Everything is square. This is the super wrench. It's 11/28 and 7/16. Okay, and here's my other super wrench. We got these kind of toe clamp deals here holding this down. This is just to give me the elevation I needed. Make sure everything is tightened up. I got my gibs as tight as I dare on the cross slide, and I just ran this thing past the blade and watched the gap between the blade and the face just by eye. So I'm going to be using my little cheater handle. I've been informed since that a Sharpie cap will do the same thing, and I may get rid of this handle. I'm going to be locking the carriage, and this handle really is in the way, so let's do that. See, I need a screwdriver, and I believe that's a metric nut on the back. Don't really have a lot of use for flat screwdrivers any of these days. I have a multitude of Phillips head screws. But that should pull right out of there. That just rides on, that's screwed in there, and then you can see it. Then I drilled and tapped a hole there for this to go in, and that gives me my freedom to spin this freely. Okay, we're going to get set here. Let's find you a good seat. bound to get hit by some chips here. Okay, I guess we're ready to go. Let me get things out of the way. And just get on with this. When I've done this in the past, I was never sure of what speed to run this at. But I think I'm going to do about 1,000 RPMs. And I'm going to turn the direction around and go forward. You know, I can't remember what direction, one direction or the other gives me a cleaner cut. Now this direction is pushing the work down, and I think that's where I want my to do my heavy cutting. And when I'm running it back, I'm probably not going to. We'll see. I may not cut on the way back. And one last thing, we better make sure that this end mill is tight. I really didn't do. We'll get it running true. That looks good. I know there's no need to hit all three of these, but I imagine I'm going to be buried in chips here before long, so I'm trying to move everything out of the way. I'm going to find my carriage lock. Tell you what, we're going to measure the depth of cut. I'll show you how we're going to do that. I got this dial indicator with the pointy parts cut off, and I'll basically attach it to my bedway here. We'll put a magnet up here above my apron for that to grab onto. And we're going to just call this 0. I would say that's probably 0.010 of an inch cut, maybe. So after we make this first pass, I'll reestablish a new 0. Well, yeah, we want to get you down here, I think. Okay, here goes nothing. Yep, we better hit the RPMs up. That's 450. Get the oil out. I guess I should be using WD-40. I don't have a lot of that. Okay, that should top out about 1,000. No chatter here or my part's not square. Okay, my part's not square. I'm going to see if I can't persuade it over a little bit. Okay. Back this up. It's not like I'm really set up here to dial indicate anything. I guess I could, but I'm going to try to advance the cutter a little bit. I don't know if you can see this little curl here. Okay, that's, I'm going to set the 0, unlock my carriage, and just kind of shooting in the dark here. That's 12,000, let's try 20,000. That may be way too much, I don't know. Never really done this before. Looks like 20,000 is doable. I'm going to try 40,000 next time. With 840 RPM. And I'm just going to run it back. I think the cutter is moving my carriage. My numbers on my indicator change. So we're going to try 50,000. $50.5. I want to mill so bad. Okay, I got an alarm going off. I'm supposed to stop now and go back to bed. I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, my carriage advanced, the dial advanced 1/1000th of an inch, so according to this, the part's been sucked into the cutter 1/1000th of an inch. Let me get this alarm off of here. It's quite annoying. Okay, I'm going to give you a little different view of the camera, and then probably finish up off camera. I'll give you a view from up here, maybe. Kind of what I'm seeing. Okay, what are we going to do this time? Let's do 100 thousandths. Like I said, I've never done this before, so, and if anything, I back off my, where'd my lock go? If anything, I just back off my feed rate. I can't handle this, but this will sure get me to where I need to go in a hurry. So I'm at 102.5 thousandths of an inch. We're about 960 RPM. I'm going to speed up the feed rate a little bit. Well, maybe not. I love it when it breaks through. Okay, not even I would tolerate quite this much milling. So let me back this off, clean the part up, and give you a break. Let's see where I stop. see here where I stopped at one point. Alright. Okay, I'll bring you back when I get a little further on. It's a unbelievable finish. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. But both planes have a great finish. I got a little bump here. I didn't come through all the way. Okay, I'll bring you back when I get a little further along. I love this.